Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Mark Causey here from Black Cat Comics in Rockin' Milpitas. Every Wednesday is New Comic Day, and I like to give you some great reasons to get down to your local comic shop and pick up something fun to read. This week's packed with stuff that's fun to read. Let's start with the DC guys this week. This is Deceased, number 3. The DC Universe Zombie Apocalypse. This book's been a lot of fun. Some people get event fatigue and they like to just stick with their main titles, but if you're looking for something extemporaneous and fun, pick up the first issue of this and catch up to this week's number 3, because zombie apocalypses are always fun. More on the zombie apocalypse in just a minute. Justice League, number 27, one of the biggest and best books in comics, a book that every superhero fan should have on their list. This is part of the Year of the Villain thing that's been rolling out across the DCU. All of that's just getting started with books like this one, and Harley Quinn, and Deathstroke. Been a lot going on in Deathstroke. If for some reason that one's been flying under your radar, pick up the last few issues of the recent arc. Just jump into the latest issue because this is the first part of the next big storyline. Lots of fun stuff there. Green Lantern number 9. This is one of my favorite new titles these days. You know I'm a big Hal Jordan fan. Grant Morrison, Liam Sharp is a creative team that you just can't beat. This book has been top-notch. Great stories, great art. Can't say enough about it. Grab that reprint of the first issue, let it suck you in, or just grab all 9 because you're going to want them anyway. Like I say, this is one of my favorite new titles, so make sure you're grabbing Green Lantern. Speaking of new titles, Lois Lane number 1. One of the all-time great characters of comics. One of my very favorite characters of all time. Definitely deserving of her own title. She's had a mini-series over the years here and there. Of course, she had her own title for a long time. Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane. But she's back in her own book, written by Greg Rucka, one of my favorite guys. Definitely want to have this one in your stack this week. Great to see Lois Lane in her own book. Adventures of the Super Sons. This is your last issue of this awesome series, number 12 of 12. Everybody loves the Super Sons. Been a big fan of this title. Not sure what's next for these two, but this one's been a lot of fun. So if there's any issues that you've missed, you're going to want to fill up this run and grab that last issue. Batgirl, number 36. It's your Bat book of the week. Had to show the B cover on this one because the B covers for Batgirl have just been amazing. Great stuff there. Female Furies is the last issue of this mini, kind of like Adventures of the Super Sons. You know I love anything with Big Barda, so this one's been a lot of fun. It's a great time for mashups these days. Batman TMNT 3 is one of many team-ups we're going to be talking about this week. Everybody loves the Turtles. Everybody loves Batman. When you put the two of them together, it's always awesome. Grab the trade paperbacks for the first 2 series and then jump into this third one. Like I say, it's always fun when those guys get together. The Dreaming is your Sandman Universe book of the week. A lot of talk about Sandman these days. Check out the Netflix show coming up. That's going to be super awesome. You know we're big Sandman fans around here. Speaking of streaming shows, Doom Patrol back in comics. Everybody's loving the show these days. Good to see Doom Patrol coming back to the 4-colored funnies. And last but not least is Wildstorm from Warren Ellis. Wrapping up his 2-year run on this book that's been just as fun and awesome and exciting as everything Warren Ellis does. If you don't know too much about Warren Ellis, you should pick up this one. Pick up a book called Planetary. It's one of the best books of all time. Great week for the DC guys. Good week for the Marvel guys too. Let's wrap up some War of the Realms this week. This is Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. This is one of your last War of the Realms tie-ins. Been a lot of this War of the Realms stuff going on, but I think you'll agree it's all been pretty darn awesome. Number 6 wrapped up last week of the main series. There's all the other spin-off stuff, but like I say, this is about wraps it up with this tie-in for Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. But this is Arrow number 1, the first ongoing series spinning out of all that War of the Realms stuff. If you were one of the millions of people following the Agents of Atlas stuff, you're looking forward to this one. Good fun there. And Age of X-Men, Prisoner X starts wrapping up all of that Age of X-Men stuff. A little like War of Realms, been a lot of that going on, but if you're an X fan, you've had a lot of fun keeping up with the different Age of X-Men stuff. I put together Black Cat packs for some of the different series, so if there were any of those that you'd been holding out on, you can grab one of the packs and see what you were missing. Uncanny X-Men It's your other X book of the week. A lot of talk about the X-Men these days. Getting ready for the big World of X, Power of X books coming up. And of course, all the talk and speculation of new X-Men movies. Good fun. Dead Man Logan and Old Man Quill are your octogenarian books of the week, because that's always fun. Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, with the cool Spidey 50 homage cover, is about your only Spider book this week. Magnificent Miss Marvel Annual. Taking on the Super Scroll. I pick up any book that has the Super Scroll on it. It's just one of those things I do. So this one has already got me for my $5 this week. Secret Warps. There's another annual rolling out this week. You might remember some of this stuff from the Secret Wars series from a year or two ago. Sort of mashups of your favorite characters. Fun stuff there. Punisher number 13. And Savage Avengers, co-starring the Punisher, are from the dark side of the Marvel Universe. This Savage Avengers book is one of my favorite new titles from Marvel these days. I love seeing Conan and Venom and Punisher all teaming up. Great stories, great art, really cool villain in this book. Grab the reprint to the first issue and then number 2 and this week's number 3 and you'll see what I'm talking about. And a couple of team-up books. Captain America and the Invaders. You know, I pick up anything that's got Captain America on it, and that Invader series recently has been really, really good. So if you've been following that Invader series, or even if you haven't, just grab this team-up book, because anything with Cap and the Invaders is always awesome. And Fantastic Four, Prodigal Son, is a mini that's going to be crossing over with Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, a couple other characters. Again, it's always fun to see the FF and the Silver Surfer teaming up. And a couple of Star Wars books. Age of Resistance, Finn. This Age of Resistance stuff has been really awesome. The one-shots with Vader and Luke and, I don't know, the whole gang. All kinds of different eras from the different Star Wars timelines. All self-contained, single-issue one-shots. So you can follow the whole series, or you can just pick up the one with the character you like most. Good stuff. And Target Vader. It's the new one from the Marvel Star Wars line. The Vader stuff is some of the best stuff that they've done. Been encouraging you guys to check out all the different stuff they've been doing. Now's a good time to jump into the main book, because they're segueing from the episode 4 timeline into the episode 5 timeline. There's 2 different Vader series, well, 3 different Vader series to pick up. Now this is the 4th one. Great time to be a Star Wars fan. It's a good week for all the other guys too. No One Left to Fight is your Dark Horse book of the week. Sort of a I don't know, an analysis of a look at superheroes, what happens when the villain has been beaten and you got to go home and adjust to normal, regular life. Always encouraging folks to have a Dark Horse book on their list. And, well, this guy, Walking Dead number 193. This is definitely book of the week. You've probably heard, surprisingly, this is the last issue of the book. He wraps it all up in this one. It's the end of the road. Lot of buzz about this book. I hope it's already on your sub list. I hope it's already in your box, because this one is already gone. Good stuff, Walking Dead. And then Space Bandits from Mark Miller and Sea of Stars from Jason Aaron are your 2 first issue Gotta Have It Image books of the week, because there's always a first issue Gotta Have It Image book of the week, especially from Mark Miller and Jason Aaron. Those guys are all-time great. Star Trek Year 5 is your IDW book of the week. Charlie's Angels versus the Bionic Woman is my Dynamite book of the week, because I've been telling you guys it's an excellent time for mashups. And Buffy the Vampire Slayer is your Boom Studios book of the week, because Joss Whedon has brought all of his stuff to Boom Studios. Buffy has started all over again as if it had never happened. So grab that first issue of this one and the first issue of Angel to see a brand new take on your favorite characters. And Betty and Veronica is your all-ages book of the week. Been talking up a lot of Archie Comics, but it's a good reminder that they still do the super fun all-ages stuff like they always have. Everybody loves some Betty and Veronica. Great, great stuff this week, so check out that shipping list and make sure you get down to your shop, pick up something super awesome. Want to mention that we're closed tomorrow, celebrating the 4th of July. Happy birthday to Captain America. So pick up your books today or get in on Friday or this weekend because we're all wrapped up celebrating the 4th tomorrow. Have a safe and sane day out there. Keep all of your limbs. We want to see you back next week. Next week we're doing the Rockin' Milpitas pre-Comic-Con Comic-Con, one of our biggest and best events of the year. We've got movie night, we got the swap meet, we got panel discussions, we got special VIP preview night for all of you subscribers. Check out the events page at black-cat-comics.com for all of your pertinent info. And then we're off to San Diego Comic-Con the 3rd week of July. July is a big month for us here at Black Cat. Make sure you follow the Facebook page while we're down in San Diego to see all the videos. And make sure you get back here in the shop to check out all the cool books that we bring back. That's all I got for you for this week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.